I am here to help you go all the way from writing hell to writing heaven. If you didn't know, writing hell is a 6.5 and writing heaven is anything above a 6.5. A lot of candidates are stuck in writing hell. So if you missed out my very first video in this series, you should go back and rewatch it, get all you need to get from it, because there I talk about how to understand and analyze the question. I promised there, and I will maintain that promise here, to make these videos short, sweet, and straight to the point. In this one, we're going to be talking about coherence and cohesion. So what is coherence and cohesion? This has to do with the flow and organization of your essay. Have you ever read maybe a blog post on Twitter or Facebook, or you just stumbled on this post and you did not plan to read it, but then you started reading and then you kept on reading and reading and reading. Every thought and every idea was just flowing into the next one. Now that is flow, that is organization, that is coherence and cohesion. And that's what you want to achieve when you write your essays, especially your writing task 2. Let's start off with coherence. This has to do with the basic structure of your essay. There's a basic structure that every IELTS essay has, and I'll be taking you through it and explaining with different examples. I just released my IELTS speaking course. So I've been coaching candidates for the IELTS exam for the last 5 years, and I have decided to make my own course. If you are interested in taking advantage of this, then it's going to be free for the first 20 people, okay, because it's a new course. So if you want to know more about this, links will be in the description box. Also, if you are interested in essay checking services or coaching services, links to all these things will be in the description box. So make sure you check them out and take advantage of these packages. So when it comes to the IELTS writing task 2, there's a basic format that it has to have. Every IELTS writing task 2 essay needs to have this format. Okay, so it has to start off with an introduction paragraph or an introductory paragraph. And what is the content of this paragraph? It is made up of a paraphrase of the prompt and a follow-up statement. Okay, paraphrase of the prompt and a follow-up statement. Those are the two things that should be in your first paragraph or your introductory paragraph. The next thing that follows this should be your body paragraphs, where you write about, so on this one it says, write about the first side of the question, second body paragraph where you write about the second side of the question, and then you have your concluding paragraph where you give your final thoughts on the topic. Okay, these things may change a bit depending on the question type you get. Okay, however, this is basically the format of every IELTS writing task 2 essay. So let's look at some sample essays and how we can structure them. Okay, so the first one says the working week should be shorter and workers should have a longer weekend. Do you agree or disagree with this? Okay, this is an opinion essay. So we're going to be starting off. The first paragraph is going to have, as usual, so the first paragraph will always have a paraphrase of the prompt. Okay, this will always be the first thing, and then it will be followed by your follow-up statement. So in this case, it's asking you, do you agree or you disagree? So this is where you want to give your opinion. You want to say, yes, I agree, or no, I don't agree with this. I don't believe we need a shorter work week. I believe the number of days in the current work week are adequate to achieve effective results for businesses. Okay, something like that. That's what you want to say, or the other way around. So depending on what you think, if you agree, then you need to make a statement that shows that you agree. And if you disagree, this is where you want to make a follow-up statement that shows you disagree. So let's say follow-up statement that states your opinion, because this is an opinion question. Okay, then it will be followed by, so you'd start off with the side you support. So let's say in this essay we are agreeing, then it will be followed by reasons why the current work week is too long. Okay, and then points on the other side. Okay, let's say you want to speak about the other side briefly, then few. So I'm going to add this few reasons why some people say the current work week is just fine. Okay, and then at the end, you're going to conclude with your opinion, or conclude by reinforcing your opinion. Okay, basically, this would be the format of your essay. You would notice that every paragraph has a kind of theme. Okay, so the first paragraph is the introductory paragraph. Second paragraph for this one is reasons why the current work week is too long. Next paragraph is a few reasons why some people think, let me say think instead of say, think that the current work week is just fine. Okay, so every paragraph has to have a theme. So if in this paragraph we're talking about advantages, then that's all we're talking about in that paragraph. If we want to talk about disadvantages, we have to move on to the next paragraph. Okay, these are some things you need to remember if you want to get good points in coherence. All right, let's move on. Now that you understand coherence, let's go on to cohesion. Cohesion is like the butter or the glue that holds everything together. Without cohesion, all you have are a bunch of sentences and paragraphs just hanging there together in one page. With cohesion, now you have a good essay that makes sense and makes the reader want to continue reading. So to achieve this, you need cohesive devices. And some examples include words like and, also, in addition, furthermore, however, and on and on. So let me know which ones are your favorite cohesive devices in the comment section, because I have some that are my go-to cohesive devices. And I think every IELTS candidate should have go-to cohesive devices that they know that no matter what happens, I will use this cohesive device. If I need to describe information in this way, if I need to talk about this, if I need to talk about that, I have this cohesive device in my brain or in my pocket, and I can pull it out whenever and use it. Every candidate should have that. And that's why I'm going to be including a PDF that contains cohesive devices and different purposes which you can use them for. So please make sure you find it in the description section. Download it, memorize it, familiarize yourself with it so that as you write, these cohesive devices will begin to be used naturally. So now I'm going to be showing you how cohesive devices can transform an ordinary, boring paragraph into a nice, interesting paragraph that you want to continue reading. Okay, so here is a paragraph that is kind of plain and without cohesive devices. So it says, pollution is caused by various human activities, industrial operations, and urbanization. Factories release harmful gases into the air. Improper waste disposal contaminates water bodies and affects both marine life and human health. The use of fossil fuels leads to increased carbon emissions. Deforestation reduces the planet's ability to absorb carbon dioxide. Okay, so these are good points. However, they are stated in such a boring way. They're not connected to each other. They just seem like disjointed ideas around the page that are lumped together in one paragraph. However, with the introduction of cohesive devices, all of these things would make more sense and seem more linked together. Okay, so it says here, pollution is caused by various human activities such as industrial operations and urbanization. For instance, factories release harmful gases into the air, significantly worsening air quality. Additionally, improper waste disposal contaminates water bodies, affecting both marine life and human health. Moreover, the excessive use of fossil fuels contributes to rising carbon emissions, while deforestation further diminishes the planet's ability to absorb this excessive carbon dioxide. Okay, so there is more linkage, okay, between the ideas in the first paragraph and in the second one. Okay, so because of the use of cohesive devices, this is nicer to read, this is more encouraging to read, and everything just makes more sense because every sentence is linked to the next. This is what you want to achieve in your IELTS writing with the use of cohesive devices. Okay, so that's coherence and cohesion. To recap, I showed you how to use coherence to organize your ideas in a logical way so that they make sense, and then to use cohesion through the use of cohesive devices as butter or glue that holds your paragraphs and your sentences together so that they flow into each other. If you are able to implement these things as you write, I bet you'll be moving from writing hell all the way to writing heaven. Make sure you check out all the other videos in this series because they will definitely be helping to improve your IELTS writing score.